Good evening and welcome to the Korean Heritage Symposium on Gugaki. My name is Byung Kim, as President of Korean Cultural Society of Boston. Korean Heritage Symposium is organized by the Korean Consulate General in Boston and the Society. It is curated by Jae-ok Lee, who serves as a chair of the Society's Arts Committee. So the Honorable Ki-jun Yu served Boston area from November 2020, and his tours of duty included Italy, Thailand, permanent mission in Kenya. And he was a Director General of the International Legal Affairs at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. And without much ado, we appreciate Honorable Ki-jun Yu coming in to give a brief remarks.
Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to offer a warm welcome to all the distinguished guests at this event tonight. I'm so happy to be a part of the Korean Cultural Society of Boston's Korean Heritage Symposium 2022. I take this opportunity to extend my sincere appreciation to the Korean Cultural Society of Boston for its wonderful efforts in arranging this lovely occasion. Since 2012, the KCSB has been engaging in wholehearted efforts to provide opportunities for the greater Boston area to learn about and really enjoy the arts, culture, and heritage of Korea. And the beauty of this is that the process has served to further promote and even empower the Korean American community. And it is thanks to their sincere endeavors that this meaningful event has been made possible. In the last 3 months, we have been very impressed by a range of eminent artists, including Jung-hee Lee and Jungkook Lee. We have explored the world of Korean aesthetics of Bojagi and Hanji, and I trust that we have gained tremendously from learning how traditional Korean art can be a source of inspiration for people all around the world. Tonight, with the benefit of Soo-jung Shin's splendid presentation, we'll gain some insight into how to artistic and philosophical aspects of Korean culture can also be reflected in musical instruments. We'll also have an opportunity to give thought to the contrast one might see with Western instruments. Artists and musicians have a great role to play in bringing people together. I firmly believe this will serve to nurture, foster, and cultivate a real sense of mutual understanding between our two peoples. I trust that it will deepen the bonds. Once again, I'd like to say a heartfelt thank you to the KCSB for the valuable role they have played in ensuring the resounding success of this Korean Heritage Symposium 2022. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Honorable Ki-jun Yu. I was muted. And thank you for spending time with us in your busy schedule. And it's my great pleasure to introduce Soo-jung Shin. She is currently a researcher at the National Gugak Center, Gugak Museum, and she holds the master's degrees in music in ethnomusicology and the Goldsmith University of London and Jungwang University in Korea. So without much ado, here is Soo-jung Shin and her very brief synopsis will be a tour of National Gugak Center through VR, virtual reality, and she will explore how artistic and philosophical aspects of the instruments, ritual instruments, are represented by colors and animals with the other symbols. Thank you again, and here is Ms. Soo-jung Shin.
Hello, good evening, everyone. So actually it's morning in Korea now. So even though it's morning, I feel so nervous as if I had 10 cups of coffee now. So, well, anyway, first of all, I would like to say thank you for Korean Cultural Society Boston and the Consul General Ki Jun-yu and President Kim Byung-guk 선생님 and Lee Jeok 선생님 for giving me the opportunity to present. So, yeah, speaking of myself, I'm Soo-jung Shin, working for the National Gugak Center, especially working at the research office. I'm making an online encyclopedia of traditional Korean music now. And today, I would like to give a presentation on Korean musical instrument. I would like to start my presentation classified into 3 chapters. So one is brief introduction to what Gugak is and what the National Gugak Center is. Another is exploring Korean traditional music instruments for the court ceremonies. And the other is listening to music. So then, yeah, let's move on. So topic of the chapter is Gugak and National Gugak Center. In terms of Gugak, Korean traditional music is called Gugak. Actually, literally meaning is national music because Kung means nation and the Ak means music. But now the terms of Gugak include traditional music and newly composed musical pieces using traditional techniques and instruments. In addition, Gugak tends to comprise both traditional music and dance, as Ak is a term in Confucian philosophy that comprise both music and dance. So now we quote Gugak in terms of Gugak refers to just Korean traditional music. And the music means dance and the playing the instrument and voice everything, the performance, including performance. Well, yeah. The National Gugak Center celebrates its 70th anniversary this year. It's quite have a long history. So the National Gugak Center is the institution carrying on Korean traditional music and dance. Also, it has contributed to preserving and transmitting the cultural heritage of performing arts. So the National Gugak Center aims to reinforce handed down culture like music and dance through restoration based on the research and investigation of old records and performance. And that's our National Gugak Center aims to strengthen popularization through education and recreation. Yeah, the National Gugak Center has the Koga Museum, was established in 1995, preserving, collecting, and exhibiting tangible items related to the performing arts, include court music scores and old scores and paintings and musical instruments. Yeah, here is the National Gugak Center, as you can see. So National Gugak Center has 4 concert halls. So here is Yeakdang, it's the largest concert hall. And yeah, there is Umyeondang, another one. And so we have here the Pungmyo Sarangbang. is the other concert hall. There's the outdoor concert hall, like here, Yeonhee Madang. In here, it was played Samulnori or Yeonhee. Back to the yard. Yeah, here is the Koga Museum. So we can explore the Koga Museum now. Yeah, here is the Koga Museum. The Koga Museum is the only museum in Korea specializing in Koga. So the gallery are distinguished by the 2 floors. So first of all, we just go through the ground floor. Yeah. As you can see, the large instruments used for the court ceremonies are now housed in this gallery. First, we have the large screen there. We mainly playing the video like the court music, ceremony, ritual music for audience. And this instrument we are looking at now will be described in more detail in the next chapter. So let's look at around the large instrument in here. And then let's move to upstairs. Here is Sodi Pum, Sound of Nature and Life. This room is designed to focus on sound itself. So we can listen to sounds of nature, such as rain, wind, waves in Korea, and so on. Also, there are lots of literature instrument here. Next gallery is the room of musical instrument. The instruments exhibited here are classified wind. Here is wind and string and percussion instrument. On display in this exhibit are not only the instrument of the present day, but also here is ancient instrument in here. So there are wind instruments, in here the string instrument. Yeah, there's a well-known for the Korean instrument. This is kayagum and this komungo. Yeah, there's also hagum. Yeah, as you already know, this instrument is changu. Changu is also distinguished by function. But these and those changus is played for sharing, and this changu is for playing music. That is the instrument from the Jeju Island. These 3 kinds of instrument is from Jeju Island. So in this room, we can see the various instruments, and let's move to here. Yeah, here is the musical scores and historical documents room. So there are lots of records, including musical score and dance score and paintings. Yeah, those scores was published in Joseon Dynasty. So this one is more historical genre. And then we have also another gallery named Master Artist. So, yeah. So the exhibit here highlights masters in Korean traditional music, dance or music. So we can see the handed down instrument from Kim Chun-hung, who is the master of court music and dance. And then there is a close for Sungmu. Sungmu is a traditional dance from Han Young-soo. Han Young-soo is the well-known for master of Sungmu dance. And we still have the archive room. So in here, we exhibit the lots of performance lists we played before, and then record given by scholars. And then we can listen to the old record music in here. Yeah, let's move on to my presentation. So as you can see before, the first floor in Gugak Museum. So the instruments that I'm going to explore are mainly instruments used in court literature and banquets. Court instruments have a purpose to play music. So, I mean, not only have a purpose to play music, but also have their own laws in terms of philosophy. Also, the colors and decoration of musical instruments have philosophical meanings. So now I would like to focus on explaining the philosophical meaning and decoration of instruments. Here is the bell. It's called 특경, the 특종. The 특종 is a single large-size bronze bell hung in the wooden frame and makes sound when hit on here by the cow horn stick named kaktae. So the 특종 is used to start the orchestra, and it was arranged in court ceremony music. Playing the 특종 at the beginning of the music is to understand the blessing of heaven. So 특종 refers to put it simply, playing 특종 means understanding heaven, and then the playing for heaven begin the music. So we can hear the 특종 sounds. And as you can see, there is two animals. It looks like not lion, but according to old books and books, they are called it lion. So I like to say lion. The 특종 pedestal is decorated with two lions. The lion was used for the decoration of ancient art from east and west due to its valiant temperament and dignified appearance. The lion decoration is used in the meaning of guardian and symbolize power and sacredness. And that's now the lion are mainly painted blue among the Korean instrument. The specific blue is related to the principle of 5 elements, in which the eastern color is blue. According to yin and yang and 5 elements, each decoration in each direction has a symbolic color. So the east is blue and the west is white. The center is yellow, the south is red, and the north is black. So which is called in 오방색 in Korea. So this lion painted blue, so it means the east side and east side. It also put on the east side on orchestra. Next instrument is 특경. 특경 means a stone. So contrary from the 특종, 종 means the bell. So 특경 is a stone chime producing only one note, which is the counterpart of the 특종. It consists of L shape. In Korea, we call this 기역 shape, but according to English character, we call it A shape now. So A shape jade stone hanging from the wooden frame. 특경 proclaims of the end of the music, different from 특종. So to put it more, the art consists of stone and sword, refers to finishing. So playing a 특종 at the end of the music is to understand the art. Yeah, this 경 sound. Yeah. There is the pedestal of 특경 was decorated with 2 dogs. In the East, dogs are animals that symbolize fecundity. These dogs were recognized as birds that could close the water as well as heaven and earth, and were considered the most suitable birds to convey humans' wish to the invisible worlds. It's a long time ago. So in addition, the dogs are considered as sacred object that brings water to enrichment. The reason why it is decorated with ducks is that the sounds of birds is light and clear. So it can be heard far away, so which resemble the sounds of stone like 특경. The dog sounds like the 특경. That's why they decorate dogs on 경's pedestal. And the next instrument is 편종. 편종 is consisted of the 16 bronze bells, all in different pitches, like xylophone. It's the thicker bell, the higher the sounds, the higher the pitches goes from the bottom to top. It also related with the yin and yang. on top of the penjong, there are dragon heads. Dragon heads are most often used as decoration for court instruments. The shape of dragon is always characterized by having a pearl. In court, the dragon also represented the authority of the king. So dragon refers the authority and power. That's why the dragon decorations are easily found among Korean traditional instruments and also clothes of the king. Yeah. Also, top of the penjong, there is the splendid peacocks. Peacocks is considered the symbol of wealth and good fortune. So it was used as a decoration for bells and stones instruments. So we can find 3 peacocks on top of the 특종, 특경, and 5 peacocks on penjong, 평경. Yeah, let's see. So in penjong, there are 5 peacocks, and 특경, there are 3 peacocks. Yeah, there is 평경. 평경 is the concept of the same as the penjong, 16 tuned stone chimes. The sounds differ according to the thickness of the stone, so thicker and the higher. So now we can hear the sounds of those instruments. Yeah, here's penjong. It's playing now 종묘제대학. It goes gradually lower to higher. The higher sound here. And you can hear 편경. It sounds more light than 편종. It is kakte. The stick name is kakte. It's made by horn, a cow's horn. So on 평경, on top of the 평경, they looks like the bird, right? So that is the phoenix. So on top of the Pyongyang, there are phoenix head. The phoenix refer to an imaginary auspicious bird. That is why it was often used for decoration as a symbol of auspiciousness and the court. In addition, it means a peaceful world or peaceful time under the good king. This instrument is chuk. It looks like not instrument, but it's instrument. But it is musical instrument because they have all rules. So chuk is wooden square box painted green color, which is mainly used in ritual music at the Confucian shrine. There is a hole on the top hole. So there is a hole on the top of its body, and its thick wooden stick called ji is used to pound the bottom of the box inside the hole. The crucial point is the chuk signals the beginning of the performance and is placed on the east side of the orchestra. So let's hear the chuk sound. Using Z, just in the box 3 times. So chuk means the start of performance, the start of music. And then chuk is usually placed on the part of east side. So contrary chuk, there is aw. The aw is wooden tiger-shaped percussion. There are 27 teeth. It looks like saw on the back of tiger, like this. This signal the end of the music. It is colored in white and put on the west side of the orchestra. Also, as I mentioned before, white color means the west side. So all is played by a bamboo stick, hitting the head 3 times and scraping the teeth. So compared to chuk and aw, so chuk means east and aw means west. So it's like a direction, and their color also, as I mentioned before, green or blue means east side and the white means west side. So they have own rules like start and end of the music, and also they have the color meaning. So honestly, aw is my favorite instrument. It looks like so cute. Yeah, sitting head. It was playing the 3 times. Hit on head once and then scraping 3 times. So in Korea, the Korean people used to believe the tiger as the god, a good god guardian a long time ago. So, and there's now tiger were believed to have a power to defeat disease and defeat evil spirits. So some instruments are decorated with the full-line tiger dancing each side. Yeah, like this. They're full-line tigers. So this instrument named kongo. Kongo is the largest drum among Korean percussion, and it also called ipgo, meaning it means the standing. So ipgo meaning standing drum. So it is glamorously decorated and used for court ceremony and banquets. Yeah, on the top of the kongo, there is a bird. It is the white heron with wings spread take off. So according to Yin and Yang, white heron was used as a decoration to symbolize straightness and integrity. The next instrument are Saku and Ungo. The left one is Saku. Saku is decorated with the honey and the sun of the top. It looks like white, but we called it sun. So when starting the music, Saku and Ungo, so when it's starting the music, Saku and Ungo are hit on the set. So the right one is Ungo. Ungo is also decorated with the panics, and the contrary of Saku, there is the moon up top. But there's it painted red color, but according to Akakeba, the old book, they judged it the moon. In here, the thing is that according to Yin and Yang, the sun here, the Saku, sun refers yang, which means male. On the contrary, the moon refers in, and also which means female. So, oh, sorry. So the bottom line is it is presented male and female on orchestra. And also Ungo is almost identical to Saku, except Ungo is a little smaller. Therefore, the notes of Ungo is higher than Saku. Yeah, there's a 3 goals. We usually call it Go families. So the left one, the logo is a set of 2 drums, each drum colored in lead. It's arranged in literature for human spirit. So lead color for human spirit. And when playing, his only one side, palm side, one side. And today is only used for the confusion sharing literature. Other is there's Yongo. Yongo is the drum set, or same, and then they have 8 small drums colored yellow. It was used in literature for earth. So color of yellow refers earth, the earth. But is Yongo is not used today. And the nogo, the right one, nogo is a drum with 6 small drums colored in black, which was used in literature for heaven. So black means heaven. So their Go families have their own color and own meaning. So nogo means lead means human spirit, Yellow means the earth, and the black means the heaven. So it's like a whole family. There is another two families. As explained before, this instrument also have the same symbol of color as the instrument, 노고, 영고, 내고. The nodo, this red one, colored in red, is a set of two small drums crosswise on a long pole. When twisted nodo is like this, twisted nodo with the both hands, the leather strap in here, leather strap hits the full drum head and makes sound. So twist nodo 3 times when performance starts. Yeah. Now let's take a look at the actual performance of the instruments that we already look at. And yeah, so shall we listen to a piece of music played by court instrument? The first music that we are going to listen, this is 종묘제대악. 종묘제대악 refers to the literary music, including instrumental music, song, and dance performed at the 종묘샤린, where memorial tablets for the kings and queens of the Joseon dynasty. 종묘제대악 is regarded as the masterpiece of Korean traditional music. Especially, it was the first performing art to be designed on important intangible cultural heritage of Korea by the Korean government, and was included as part of UNESCO Intangible Cultural Heritage of Humanity in 2001. With literature including 평종, 편경, and the kinds of instruments playing major roles, and starting and wind instrument and add melodies, while singer present a literature song with lyrics praising previous king, and 종묘제대악 conveys unique dignity and splendor in its own beauty. So let's listen to music, 종묘제대악.
코로나19
Yeah, here's 종묘 in Seoul.
잔의인 각시 조헌관 예관세 위세흘 등하자 고태평지
They are praying 고태평 now. Also dancing 고태평 지무. Yeah, there's two. There's all. Also 편경. This 아쟁.
성자동계 예준소 서향립 잔의인 각실촌관 성자동계
Sorry. The dancers are from National Koga High School. And the players is in charge in National Gugak Center. They hold yak and chaw. Yeah, that is 종묘 제대야. Sorry. The next song is 문묘 제대야. Is Confucian sharing lecture is held twice a year for the spirit of Confucians. The lecture is conducted in the Confucian sharing in Seoul, the same place where it was held during the Joseon Dynasty. So let's hear the 문묘 제대야. Sorry. It was performed on stage. It's not in real sharing. So yes, music. And we can see there's 특종 and 특경, also 축 and 어, 한종, 상경. Followed and so is only used for Confucian ritual music. Yeah, there's cocktail. Stick. This instrument called hun. It's like poetry. Ocarina. Penjong and Pyongyang hits only one note per beat. I'd like to hear the end of the music though. Yeah, here. Yeah. As I mentioned before, the all and 특경 refers to end of the music. So they are hit the 3 times. The contrary from the starts is the beginning of the music. Yeah, there is chu is playing. It's chu. Oh, sorry. So we are listening to 2 pieces of ritual music, 중묘 제대야 and 문묘 제대야, and then we could see the instrument that I said before, and then the instrument has their own meaning as a law. So some instruments have meaning like start and end, and the another instrument has like their own lore as a color with color. So playing for heaven, playing for earth, playing for human spirit. The bottom line is the ritual instrument in Korea, they have the own law and they have own philosophy. So actually, do I have any time? Kim?
Very briefly.
Oh, okay. So, I'm going to introduce the homepage, online homepage. Let's see. Briefly, okay. Sorry. So I'm going to introduce the National Gugak Center homepage, online homepage. So we have the English page, So actually, we will provide some lots of materials related to Korean traditional music and history. So you tap on research. We publish the English book, so you can download for free. So if you have any interest on Korean music, and you can find the books what you want, and then you can download for free, like that. And also we have the traditional Korean instrument for the practical guide for composer book. So if you are learning Korean traditional instrument, you can using those materials. Well, yeah, that's it. So I'd like to recommend using our homepage, English homepage. So let's move on. The Q&A time.
If you can type that on the Zoom chat, then people who are interested in can take a look at, use the link. And I think that with that, we'll conclude Sujung's presentation. And it's quite interesting, and I learned a lot. I only knew that there are decorations in a kayakam, those sun and moon, and has all other the meanings of nature and heaven and earth and so forth. But it's fascinating that there are other symbols that are used, yeah, in the ritual instruments. So I appreciate you spending a lot of time preparing for it, and thank you so much. And are there any questions? There are a few questions that are on the chat. Where is the Confucian shrine?
Yeah. Do you know Seongyun University? University of Seongyungan-대학교. Yeah.
Right.
There's the Confucian shrine. So.
Oh, okay.
And do they teach Gugak in graduate school now? Yes. It's hard to say yes, because it depends on the school and teachers now. And actually, for elementary school student, they have to learn Gugak. But the other high school student are just depend on the program of the music teacher. It depends on the music teacher. And then, but there are in Korea, there are in Seoul, there are two specific high school, like National Gugak High School and the National Traditional Gugak, like Traditional Culture School. So we call it 국립국악고 and 국립전통예술고등학교, Art School, 예술고등학교. So they are specialized in Gugak. So they try to teach Gugak and Gugak history, Korean history, and that's also the Western music, to enhance their students' talent. So honestly, I'm graduate from 국립전통예술고등학교, the Art School of Traditional Music. So I was learned 가야금 in there, but now I'm more focusing on examining historical background. Now, so
besides specialized schools, are these Gugak taught in the regular schools in general?
yeah, in general. So I learned math, science and everything. They're there.
Okay.
Is there any question more? So thank you for having me and being a precious audience. So thank you so much. So, well, I want to say, yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure there are some more questions. Are there any questions? Excuse me. No. Okay. I'm quite ignorant on this, so you have to excuse me. And the chord to music sounds like it is a continuation of single syllables. So, and at different notes. And what are they singing?
11사청성.
Right. And this is the pray for the peace and prosperity and things like that, or so it's coming from the old script.
Old script, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And so relatively sounds a bit monotonous to me.
Yeah.
Right.
Even for me, it's quite sound unique. So
yeah. Okay.